Hi everyone, my name is Selena and today is Wednesday, so that means it's Top 5 Wednesday. And today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is books that you can read in one sitting or close to one sitting. So yeah, books that you can just fly through hopefully and enjoy. And this is in a particular order, and I'll explain what the order is. For me, I feel like books that you would want to sit through and read quickly are books that are just really entertaining. Nothing too heavy, nothing necessarily that is complex or, trying to profess the meaning of life or something like that. You just basically want something that's fun and entertaining and that can grab you, get you through a story, and then you're done. At least that's what I look for when I look for books that I can read quickly. And so that is how I ranked the books in my top 5 today. So coming in at number 5 is a book by James Dashner. It's book 1 in the Jimmy Fitcher saga. It's called A Door in the Woods. I have not finished this series. I'm not sure how many books there are in the series, honestly. But I saw it. I saw the author's name, and I thought I'd give it a try. It was a pretty good read. It is like a middle grade book. It has large print, and it has pictures, which is awesome. And yeah, I read this, I think, 2 readathons ago. It was like one of those 24-hour booktube readathons that happens in December, and this was one of the books that I read during that 24-hour period. So I got through this within a couple of hours, and it was pretty quick. It does keep you interested. It's quite mysterious. Because this is part 1 in a series, a lot of the things aren't quite as neatly wrapped up as you might want in a quick read, but I did like it because, like I said, it's very, very action-packed. It's constantly moving, and the suspense and the mystery is kind of what keeps the pages turning, at least for me. Then next up is James, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, Thurber. He's the same author that wrote was it The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, that was turned into a movie that starred Ben Stiller. It's the same author, and this book is called 13 Clocks. It is a picture book told in chapters. Again, it has pictures, but it is a fairy tale, and it's a fairy tale about a princess who is kind of kept hostage by this evil duke, and then there's a prince that comes to, save the day, blah, blah, blah. I read this in one sitting while waiting for a friend at a museum, so it was a quick read. It was interesting and captured my attention just because of the story style, and the storytelling was just really well written. It was witty, and while it is a children's book, I think it has a lot to offer to mature readers as well, just in the writing style and the way that the sentences and the story is crafted is very intricate and interesting. Coming in at number 3 is 84 Charing Cross Road by Helene Hanif, and I read this very recently. I think this was one of the first books I read this year, actually. I've talked about it before. It is a nonfiction book told entirely in letters, so it's epistolary, and it starts somewhere toward the middle end of World War II, and it goes into the 1960s. So it tells about 20-year history correspondence between Helen Hanif and the Marks and Company's bookstore, which sells used books, and primarily tells the correspondence between Helene and one of the shopkeepers, whose name is Frank. And it just talks about their love of books, searching for books, just their passion for literature and authors, and it's a wonderful, wonderful story, and the letters kind of help you get into the lives of each of the people at the bookshop as well as Helene, and I thought it was very interesting. It is a very teeny tiny read, so it's a wonderful, just quick go through, and they did turn this into a movie, so you can treat yourself to a movie after you read the book. It is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Now, I personally did not read this in one sitting, but I could have. It is quite small, so I think it's about 84 pages in total, 84, 86, 88 pages in total, and yeah, I think I took this in 2 sittings, actually. I read one half at one day, and then another day I read the other half. But it is a fictionalized textbook written by J.K. Rowling, and its fictional author is Newt Scamander. And this is the book that Hermione references a lot, I believe, in the Chamber of Secrets. It's just a catalog of fantastical beasts and their ratings as far as danger and descriptions and things like that of each of the characters listed in this book. I thought it was cute. It was a kind of like an extra way to get into the Harry Potter world. And lastly, number 1 is Austenland by Shannon Hale, and this was also turned into a movie, and I picked it up because it was turning into a movie, and it's about Jane Austen and people who like Jane Austen, and so it was right up my alley. I picked this up particularly for this Top 5 Wednesday topic because while it is clocking in at about 193 pages, it is a super fun romance about a young woman who is 30-something, who is interested in just kind of escaping into the world of Jane Austen because she has fallen in love with all things Austen, and she thinks that this is going to be her ticket to just, escape and find a little bit of happiness in her, kind of everyday existence. And then she goes and she meets these 2 guys who are actors in this Austenland thing that she is escaping from reality in, and one is like a Darcy type character, and the other is more of like a rogue, like a Henry Crawford or a Wickham character, and she's just living her Austen adventure, and she's also finding romance. So I thought this was totally entertaining. Again, I wasn't looking for the meaning of life. I wasn't looking for something complex or intricate. I was looking to simply just be entertained, and this did the trick masterfully. I sat in my bed and I read and I read and I read and I read. I did finish this in about 2 days. It didn't take me 1 day, but it took me about 2 days to finish this, but you could definitely finish this in 1 day, because the story just kind of moves, and while it can be a very stereotypical romance, I thought the writing was very well done, and I liked the insights that Shannon Hale had on the main character, Jane. And that just made the story a little bit more interesting for me. So there you go. Those are the books, the top 5 books that I think would be great for a one sit-down read. And I hope if you pick any of them up, let me know. And if you've read any of them, let me know. Let's talk down in the comments below. Bye. Yeah, okay.